All right, Wayne Allyn Root with the great Bill O'Reilly, 16 years in a row, #1 in cable news, and the big runaway bestseller, Killing the SS. You can find it at bookstores near you or Amazon.com. It is a wonderful book. Take it from me, personal endorsement from Wayne Root, and it is #1 on your list for Christmas, Killing the SS. Bill O'Reilly, welcome to the show.
Thanks for having me back, Wayne.
So the federal budget deadline is December 7th. Ironically, if I'm right, isn't that Pearl Harbor Day? That seems kind of apt.
Yeah.
Immigration's the. I hope our ships aren't going down. Immigration is a big issue on that date, December 7th. The president wants $5 billion to get jump started on his wall. Will he shut the government down on December 7th?
Well, nobody knows for sure, and these things change hourly, but certainly he doesn't have a political component to stop him, like he did with the midterm elections and some of the other things that had reached a point of, well, we might shut down if you don't do this. With immigration being dominant in the news cycle and most Americans supporting a tougher stance on the southern border, according to all the polls, this is a good time for President Trump to say, look, you either give me the money,
yes,
all right, to protect Americans, that's how he'll frame it, or I'm not gonna sign the budget. So do or die. And that way the Democrats are put in a very tough position because they'd have to answer, well, we don't want to protect the nation. You know, that's how the Republicans would frame it. So I think there's a good chance that come December 7th, there will be a showdown.
I agree. General Motors. Now, I'm the ultimate libertarian, right? I'm a free market guy. I think government should stay out of businesses' way. But on the other hand, this one's a little difficult issue because government bailed out General Motors. So being that we, the taxpayers, saved General Motors, now they announced they're laying off American workers. Should Trump be threatening General Motors, Bill O'Reilly?
Only if there's more government subsidies in play. So I'm not sure what the deal is. General Motors never paid us back, we the taxpayers, for all of the money that President Obama pumped into that country to keep it from folding when the recession hit way back in 2001. 2008. Time goes fast.
Yeah.
2008. So GM never paid us back the full amount. That's an issue. So I'm not sure how the government and that private company are intertwined, but if there is a debt on the part of GM, and if these layoffs aren't absolutely necessary, then I think President Trump should get involved.
All right. And by the way, there was, I think, a recession in 2001, if my memory serves me. So you were kind of right. It was 1 and 8, right? There was a stock market crash in 2000. And then in 2001, we had 9/11, and things were pretty bad for a while. So we were in a lot of trouble. All right. The president is attending the G20 summit tomorrow. He's meeting with China's president and Russia's president, Mr. Putin, of course. Two important meetings with a lot at stake. #1, can President Trump bring home a trade deal? And with this guy's sense of drama, I kind of think it might happen. He'll just blow away the whole nation and come up with a trade deal. And how far will he push Vladimir Putin is the other question.
Well, I don't know if that Putin meeting is going to take place. As you know, the Russians have been very bellicose, word of the day, toward Ukraine, kidnapped some of their sailors, and, you know, a generally saber-rattling situation. So Trump is threatening not to meet with Putin, so it's entirely possible that that would happen. I think the only way Trump meets with Putin is if the Trump administration is assured that Putin will do some kind of walk back from the confrontation with Ukraine. I agree with you that it's likely there will be a positive economic announcement with China from this summit. See, these things are always determined ahead of time. It's not like they just decide that day, all right? There's always back channel, and they kind of know how it's going to go down. So the odds are there will be some kind of positive news coming out of Argentina.
Yeah, Trump's a reality TV show producer, right? Celebrity Apprentice, one of the biggest of all time. He understands drama.
Absolutely. And, you know,
there'll be a lot of drama.
I know Argentina real well for two reasons. Killing the SS the Argentine government harbored horrible Nazi killers for money. The Peronins were, that's Evita, were bribed. And I covered the Falkland War from Buenos Aires and Montevideo, Uruguay. And I know the town, and I know that President Trump would never go there unless there was something in it for him. So
right.
That's what's going on.
All right, I expect some big news. And by the way, I love your word of the day, bellicose. You and I are both kind of grumpy New Yorkers. We're both bellicose, too. It's not just Putin.
At times.
So it's a good word. At times, at times. All right, Wayne Allyn Root with the great Bill O'Reilly.